Welcome to the Hustle Skirt Podcast, the show that brings you economic equity for everyone, every day, with your host and founder, Debra Gould. Yes, I am Debra Washington Gould, President and CEO of Debra Gould and Associate Inc., a management consulting and performance management firm based in New Orleans, Louisiana, founded in 1996. Please visit my website at www.gouldassociates.com, where you will learn more about my services and professional service offerings. So, with that being said, that's the business side of Debra Gould and Associate Inc. So, about Hustle Skirt, and that is our purpose here today. The Hustle Skirt is about the mission of promote, communicate, and amplify the influence of men and women entrepreneurs, and especially those in my network, for profit. You heard me right. For profit business or a C suite or higher executive with a corporation or a nonprofit organization. So these are the guests that you will see coming before on the Hustle Skirt podcast. And with that being said, so the meaning of hustle skirt is simple. I don't care if you have a business card, brochure, website. What we do in products and services as entrepreneurs and even in our careers, it's about hustle. Hustle, hustle to find ways to achieve certain objectives and goals. Never give up. Don't take no for an answer. Believe in yourself. That's the meaning behind hustle skirt. But my big why, that big why is I want to be the change I want to see in others. And that simply means it's about abundance mentality, not scarcity. There is enough in the universe for all of us to succeed and accomplish the things that we believe. Just got to conceive it to make it happen. And I want to play my part in making that happen for you as my guest. So, with that being said, now you know my big why, but my biggest why is my tenacity, desire is greater than my fears. And you're going to hear that from my guests. So, with that being said, I am so proud to have this woman as my guest today because she have joined me in that world of authorship. And so in a minute, I'm going to turn it over to her. I'm going to ask my three questions to my guests already know. I'm going to ask you some questions so my audience will know more about you. But I'm going to let her share her own credentials the way that no one can say it like Jessica Smith. So welcome, Jess, to the Hustle Skirt podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I like that virtual background. So to my audience, that is the title of the new book, and you're going to hear more about it from Jessica. But I want to just dive straight into my question so we can get to the part of your spotlight moments, Jessica. But again, welcome for being here on Hustle Skirt.
Thank you.
So my big question for you, Jess, is what qualities do you think every entrepreneur or career professional should possess?
Oh, I think that's a great question. I've tried my foot at entrepreneurship and also being a career professional in education. They kind of run together, and there's some few essential qualities that can really set you apart and make you successful. The first thing I think is adaptability, being able to change quickly in either in the workplace or even in your market or whatever you are selling for your business. Resilience is another big one. Whether you're launching your startup or you're climbing a corporate ladder, there's going to be setbacks, failures, rejections, and you're going to have the grit to keep going in the face of those challenges. Communication is also critical and important. In that, especially with building relationships, collaborating with your team, or even engaging with your market, communication is important. I know me, I'm bad with that social media communication stuff. So I'm at a learning curve myself with trying to navigate those unsure waters of getting out there, to utilize social media. Emotional intelligence is also big. With me being a teacher and in the classroom, it helps in having being able to manage your own emotion and understanding others is good for building great relationships in business and in the workplace. Um, Self-discipline, time management, all those things are crucial. Especially if you may get overwhelmed, you have a lot of things on your plate. So staying disciplined and managing your time well can be a game changer. And finally, a growth mindset. You can't stay stagnant in your mindset. You should always be growing, reading new things and learning, and being committed to lifelong learning and staying on top of new trends and skills, either in your industry or in your profession. So all of those things put together, will help entrepreneurs, career professionals, and even just you and your life in general. So
That was good. That was some good stuff. I'm sure people will be pressing rewind to hear those takeaways.
yeah.
You got to be my little sister or my twin, because that's exactly the change mindset that I love and try to work through. But I just
Yes.
want to kind of repeat them real quick because it was all so powerful, Jess. So one of the things, the way you had approached the quality in terms of what do you think an entrepreneur or career professional should possess, I love all the points shared. Adaptability, change quickly, resilient, startup, or whether it's you're climbing that corporate ladder, communication, collaborating, and engaging with others. And I'm like you, I still have to work on the social media piece with the marketing. I would say, oh, ditto, ditto, ditto when you said that. Emotional intelligence, command your own emotion.
Yes.
That was powerful, Jessica. And self-discipline and time management. You and I have had conversations how critical that is, whether it's entrepreneur or in a career profession. Self-discipline, time management, you got to stay focused. You
Yes.
have to manage. Time is your greatest commodity. So
Yes.
that was my great takeaway in your share. That last one you mentioned, now that was, I like the language, the way you said it. Growth mindset, always growing.
Yeah.
I love it, Jess. So I'm going to jump right into my next question to see what else can I anticipate from you. So this one's more specific. What's the story behind your new book and aspiration?
Oh, Faithful Moments is actually 4 years in the making. I got an idea to ask my Facebook friends because I was really wanting to get back connected with my faith. Life and things happen, and I kind of, stepped away from it. I was raised in a Baptist church, so I got religion. I got doctrine. I got those things, but there was something that was just missing that I've always felt was missing within my faith. And so I just said, you know what? I want to start reading the Bible. But that's was overwhelming, and I'm sure it's overwhelming for other people because I mean it's like starting in Genesis and now I keep going, and it was a lot. So a devotional, I started picking up on small devotionals, and that's what led me to getting back in the Word. Because it gave me small chunks, maybe one scripture here, and then it enticed me to go. Okay, let me read the chapter now. Let me read a little bit further. Let me read the verse before and the verse after. So it really got me back in it. So in 2020, January, beginning of the year, this is like pre-pandemic and all that. I made a Facebook post. I said, hey, look, all my friends, look, I want to get back reading the Bible. Share with me your favorite scriptures. And I got a response. I had over like 60, 70 people drop their scriptures. So I took all those scriptures, I put them in a spreadsheet, and I randomly picked them out over the year, and I assigned them every week of the year. And as I was going through that, I stayed committed to it. Some weeks I missed, some weeks I was on it, but I stayed committed to it, and then I started reading more, and then writing personal moments, and then having a prayer about it, and I developed this structure. Um, And then so that was that. Pandemic happened, all these things that was uncertain in our lives and all those things happened. And I kind of put it down and got away from it. And then I went to Woman Evolve conference last year in Arlington, Texas. And when I tell you it was just life-changing, it was life-changing for me. It gave me the gumption to keep going, because I put it down. I'm like, nobody wants to read a devotional. And then I'm like, who am I qualified to write a devotional? I'm no pastor, I'm no minister. Like, who am I? But Sarah Jakes, in the opening prayer, she called out women's names. And she just was naming women. And she said Jessica. And I knew that was me. And so when she said it, she said, you're going to pick that book back up, and books are going to, she like prophesies, and I'm in the audience of 40,000 other women. That came directly, fell on me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So as we keep the conference is going and going and going, second day, I was looking, I'm like, I've been wanting to get another tattoo. So I said, okay, I'll get a tattoo.
Now, Jess, we can't tell it all right now, okay?
So
but we get the gist of that's where that aspiration and that new book came from. And you and I can continue to talk offline about it, because I want to give you your spotlight moment. Okay. But let me get through all the questions, and then you can say some more then. Will that work for you, Jess? Because when that spotlight moment come up, I want you to tell folks how to order that sensational book that I'm watching in the background, okay? So let me get this final question in, and then I'm going to give you that moment, all right? So I think this is a fun question. Who is your biggest role model?
Oh, I don't have a singular role model. I take things from everybody. You know, I meet women, I meet people, and certain things that I admire about them, that's what I take on, and I look up to those things. So I don't have a singular role model. I have qualities and characteristics in certain in people that I draw on, and I use them as motivation. So
okay, I got that. Now, I appreciate that response. Multiple people that deposit great stuff in your life. You kind of take the good, the bad, and if I like this, I want to try to massage it and implement it into my life journey. And I appreciate that. That was a good response. So now, Jessica Smith, this is your moment. What would you like folks to tell folks about your new book? How to order that book? Where are all the different markets that we can find out about your faithful moment? Please share with my audience.
Well, Faithful Moments is available in everywhere you can buy books. It's on Amazon, Books A Million, Barnes and Nobles. You can order it there. But if you want a specific message from me and I'll sign it, you can go to my website. It's www.jessicasmithauthor.com. And you can get a copy, a personalized signed copy of the book from me. And then I also have merchandise that my symbol that I have coined is God is greater than the highs and lows. And you can purchase, I have shirts, I have sweatshirts, I have hats, I have all kind of things, because in the faithful moments, I realized, and God spoke to me and said that He is greater than everything, any and everything that I've ever been through in life, the childhood trauma, the growing up and all the struggles and things. He was always greater. So that's where this came from. So it all ties together. The faithful moments, God is greater collection. You can get that exclusively on my website at www.jessicasmithauthor.com.
I love it, Jessica Smith. That was on time. So say that website one more time, and this is the products and the books.
So www.jessicasmithauthor.com. All one word, no spaces.
And thank you for being my guest. Thank you, Jess. This was a great interview. I hope you has fun and got something out of it.
I did.
I have my copy of the book, y'all. So I want everybody to support this new author, all right? There's a powerful message for all of us. And you can also reach her to get your personalized autograph too. Yeah. I got mine quickly, all righty? She was exercising that self-discipline and time management. Thank you for my gift. I love the message that you put in my book, Faithful Moment. So we're going to close out the show today. And I want to again just remind everyone that the Hustle's great objective is to empower you to speak power, embrace change in your own vision, mission, and purpose, and get fired up with your passion, just the way you recognize it in Jessica just now. Please make sure to visit our website at www.persistencelane.com, where you can subscribe to the Hustle Skirt 9 different platforms. So visit www.persistencelane.com to find out about it. While you at it, if you found value in this podcast interview with Jessica, the author, Jessica Smith, new book, Faithful Moment, you value it, go to the podcast. We would appreciate a rating on iTunes. Or if you would simply just tell a friend about about the podcast in this interview today, would you do that, my dear audience? So, in my closing remarks, you are listening to the Hustle Skirt Podcast, the show that brings you economic equity for everyone, every day, with your founder and host, Debra Gould. Until we meet again, Jessica, congratulations on your new book. Thank you for the value of your time today. I love it. Hold that book up as we close out. Little shimmy there too. I love it, Jess. So proud of you. Take care.
All right,
Bye bye.
thank you.